All right, let's just get to the point of this. It is a feminist honeypot. I will break down why, and I'll break down why it's honeypot, and then I'll just give you the spoilers because who cares? It's a crappy film. Now, the first 30 minutes, I literally thought this was some kind of ironic comedy. It was so bad. The mom, I don't know her name. I don't care. Not City Sweeney, but the mom, the woman she goes to work for, is so blatantly over the top psychopath and crazy. I'm just like, how would anyone believe that this is a genuine performance or a real genuine situation? There was no nuance. There's no slow build up. It was Sydney Sweeney living in a car, homeless, which no one in their right mind would ever believe that a woman that attractive would be ever be in a car homeless. You would have boyfriends lined up well in advance. And spoilers, she's in this situation because she was put in jail, supposedly, I think, for 10 years of nonsense in college. Again, no one would believe that. For murdering a guy who was graping, lots of grapes involved, girls, and then she beat him to death with a freaking snow globe, and then she go around fighting and beating up other men. She got charged with murder, then settled for manslaughter, whatever. It's dumb. Even then, just look at some of these Instagram photos of crazy convict women and the guys down below that are like, I can fix her. Anyways, so she gets the job from the mob, and it's just so blatantly bad. I thought it was a comedy. I was actually chuckling to myself. It's so hilarious. The date I was with, she was getting stressed out because she was like, "Oh my God, I know women like this. I know women like this." I'm like, that's terrifying. It's bad. And then finally, it's like you can tell something's bad happened. And then this guy is like the husband is way too suave and smooth and calms the wife down. And anyone who's half a brain be like, bro, your wife just went crazy. For instance, the first scene, okay, City gets hired, brought on board, gets shoved up way in the attic, red flag right there, has a bolt that's only on the outside, red flag right there. And next day, that woman who hired her mom is going psychopath crazy, destroying the entire kitchen, looking for PTA notes, and immediately starts blaming Sydney. And I'm like, no, everyone would be gone. It wouldn't even matter. They'd be gone. Like, all Sydney would have to do is literally just go to a bar, find the first sucker, the first simp she can lay eyes on. Poof, she's good. She's good. You know it's true. Don't even try to argue it. You know it's freaking true. So it's a feminist honeypot, again, because no man brought his wife, brought his girlfriend, brought any date. Nobody. No man brought them here because with the intention of actually watching the movie. They just want to see Sydney Sweeney and go, woo, and walk them off. And trust me, it's a fantastic scene. She looks great. That's the only reason why I went, and I feel stupid because immediately afterwards, after like literally watching several crazy psychopath scenes with the mom set her up, and like, why is she not leaving? Why is Sydney not leaving? And it's like, this is so bad as a comedy that then it just does a 180 on you. The mom gets away, gets kicked out of the house, gets kicked out. So I'm also laughing because I'm like, in what freaking century or what alternate reality is people living in? No, the man would be kicked out of his own house. This is why you know it's a Hollywood freaking fiction. The man would be kicked out of his own house. He'd lose everything. She'd take half his money and then would win. Even if she beat him and punched him. Wouldn't matter. So, but in the movie, because it's fiction, the mom leaves the house, gets nothing, but then they justify it with this weird, like, really self-celebratory, kind of like a weird, like, and this is the call out, the feminist part, where it basically touches all the feminist points. Like, women feel free when they're by themselves in a hotel room and just chugging alcohol and just drinking and going wild and woo and lounging about in their underwear. Oh, so free. And it's like, you're a alcoholic, half naked in a hotel room. Calm down. And she's like, F you. And starts going back about how she made this giant plan. He's really super bad, super awful. Of course, all men bad, all men awful. Because remember, that City Sweeney's in jail because men are bad, men are awful. And she had to like outsmart him and find City Sweeney, who was a murderer. She was going to take care of him, but She didn't want to deal with his seed. She didn't care that he wanted a family. She didn't care that he wanted kids. All this stuff. He was just a bad guy that I just couldn't imagine how society liked him because he was such a handsome looking guy and smiling and looked so great in society. And all society loved him. And men like him were like that. I was like, oh my God, I'm so done with this crap. I'm just done with it. It was like 5 minutes of feminist crap. I could not get away from fast enough. Then Sydney Sweeney quickly and viciously overpowers a guy, stabs him in the neck, traps him in his own room, and then it's like very voyeuristic gore corn. And you know what that means. Gore corn. You have to say that because YouTube. And the guy's like having to yank his teeth out. She's threatened to burn him alive and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. I just got up and left. The mom goes back. I don't know what happens next. I don't care, and you shouldn't care either. Basically, what this is a big feminist honeypot. They dangle the keys, keep you there long enough. You see Sydney, and then you're going to get punched in the face with a bunch of feminist crap. All men are bad. All men are awful. Women, even when they do bad things to other women, they're actually not that bad. I just walked away. I was done with it. So, moral of the story is, if you want to see Sydney Sweeney, that's what the internet's for. Just go to the internet. Just find it. You know where to look, okay? Because, let's be honest, she sucks as an actress. She has really no acting talent. She's just eye candy. She knows she's eye candy. She knows she is. That's what she does. Just go watch David from Angel Studios. I heard it's better. I'm not even Christian. You should go watch it. So there you go. Yeah, it was awful. Sitting in the studio looked great, but it was awful. All right, one more thing before I go to kind of further push this. So at one point, they want you to believe that Sydney Sweeney can cut her abdomen 10 times and be just fine. And while making this guy pull out his teeth, torturing him, running amok and free in his house, she still has this 10 deep cuts in her abdomen, and she's just fine. No medical care, no hospital, nothing. Just walking around, just bleeding out. Avoid it. See ya.